Well, Coach, you found yourself in a dogfight there, 2-1 against an ACC starter, an ACC closer, two of them, and you got the tying runs on in the ninth, and you score a run and a chance to get more, and this is kind of how the season's been. 5 walk-offs and a lot of one-run games. Your general thoughts on tonight against NC State?
I thought we competed. I thought the effort level was good from our end. Harris really struggled to get going, but once he got going, he just kept throwing a little bit slower to him, and that worked, which was a good plan. And you got to give Harris a lot of credit because his stuff early on was not very good. And, he hung in there. I thought Hadley threw well. I thought we moved around, played really good defense. I thought Lang did a good job behind the plate handling our pitching staff. Just a little short on the offensive end. And when you get against an elite-level team like NC State that has the kind of arms that they have, and then they locate really well, with fastball and all their breaking stuff when they need to. And then they can change looks out of the bullpen. It makes it difficult. I mean, the margin for error is very, very thin. But I thought we had a couple chances early in the game, where we got in some positive counts. We got fastballs to hit, and we just didn't put very good swings on early in the game. And then, we continue to compete. We make a run, there at the end. Got a miscue on their part, by their second baseman, and had a chance to maybe tie the game or win the game. But, it's a team game, and we just didn't do quite enough good things to win. But, again, you got to give NC State credit. They're a legitimate top 20 team. A lot of power arms on the pitching staff, and they really move around and play great defense.
We really haven't talked about this year, but when a starting pitcher takes a little while to get going, sometimes they say, when I don't have my best stuff, I have to kind of grind through it. And we've seen that a little bit from Barnett. Sometimes with John Hamilton, they just sort of have to pitch through it. Do you encourage a guy? What do you say to a guy like that after an inning or two? He's down 2-0, but then he's still down 2-0 after 7, and still down 2-0 after 8. One of those situations where he just found a way to kind of get guys out.
I think Brandon and I both, in trying to manage the game, we're thinking in the first or second inning that we may have to go get him, and when we stayed patient and tried to stay as positive as we could, but we're basically just trying to steal as many outs as we can. I mean, that's kind of coaching terminology. We're just trying to steal as many outs as we can, and we're able to steal outs all the way to, the 6th or 7th with Harris. So, again, got to give him a lot of credit for hanging in there and kind of grinding through it. It just, again, I've said it 10 times already, the margin for error is just so thin. And it doesn't mean you play tight. It doesn't mean you change completely your approach. But, you just have to capitalize on the opportunities when you get them. And we just didn't quite do that well enough tonight.
Last question for you, Coach. Kind of a regional atmosphere tonight. We listed 1,700 people. I know a lot of State fans came down, but a lot of new Niner fans kind of peeking their head in, seeing what's going on, seeing the level of opponent you can get down here. We talked about that, getting good opponents to come on your turf. But we just got to kind of get the energy level up, because I know you guys can feel them and hear them and feed off of them a little bit.
Yeah, we've got great fans. And, they were with us 20 years ago when we didn't have any place to sit and no bathrooms,
right.
and just the accommodations just weren't very good at all. And now we've built a beautiful, beautiful stadium here, and everybody that comes out here really enjoys coming out here and watching the game because they feel part of the action. And our fans have been tremendous. Our student section, we moved them over close to our dugout. They have been really, really good this year, showing up, trying to support us all they can. With that being said, I thought we had a chance tonight to really kind of take it to a new level with our crowd. And again, I want to be as positive as possible here, and we've got to do a better job of playing, but we've got to get our fans more involved in tight games like this. They need to be more vocal, not ragging on the opponent, just helping us win, because our kids are 18 to 22 years old. They feed off the crowd.
Right.
They like the crowd when they get involved in the game and are vocal, and that's the next step for us. And we haven't really done that yet with our fan base. And again, we don't want anybody ragging on the other team and cussing at the other team. We need help. And again, 18 to 22-year-olds, the emotion's a big part of it, and we get in a close game like that against a great opponent. We would like to see our fan base up on their feet and really trying to help us there the last inning or 2 or 3 and try to put as much pressure as we can on the opponent. And I think we'll get to that point. I think it's just a matter of maybe a few students taking charge or a few other people in the stands taking charge and really getting people up and getting going, because that's what happens at the elite level programs. And I think we have a chance to be an elite level program. I really do. And our fan base has been tremendous over the years, and we just have to take that next step. We may still not win the game. We may still not do what we need to do on the field to win, but that's the next step for us. And hopefully the next time we get in this type of situation, our fan base will be a little bit more vocal and a little bit more trying to help us win games, because, again, our players feed off the crowd big time.
Well, you got 5 walk-offs this year, almost a chance for a 6th, and I know that you can actually look back on some of those nights and feel some of that crowd. Because again, like you said, you moved them right down close to you, so you guys can feed off that a little bit. Let's just sort of take a second and look ahead. 9 out of the next 10 on the road, including a big series against PC, and we're going to get Winthrop tomorrow night. So with the next 2 weekends in conference, sort of your season's kind of laid out for you here over these next few weeks.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of getting better every day. Winthrop, we get a chance to drive, an hour down there and play, which would be good for us, and then get on the plane on Thursday morning and fly to Cincinnati. And Xavier's really playing well right now, and they've got a good team. We had to go up there and play last year, so that's another one of those glitches in the schedule we talked about. And they've got some really good starting pitching. They've really been swinging the bats. They're hitting about 320, 325 as a team. So it's going to be tough, and then come back down and play 2 more games midweek, around this area, and then back up to Philadelphia the following weekend. So it's all right, though. They're 18 to 22-year-old guys, and get a chance to try to get better. It's a great opportunity for us here the next 8, 9, 10 games.
All right, Coach, thanks for the visit, and we'll visit with you tomorrow after the Winthrop game.
All right, thanks a lot.